and welcome to Long COVID Foundation podcast. This is the channel where we share educational information on long COVID to help you get answers relevant to your symptoms. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe button because it will help me get answers relevant to your symptoms. And one more thing. Due to numbers of long haulers globally reach over 180 million to date, we want this channel to be more visible to everybody. So by simply liking and sharing our videos, you will help many out there. Our channel will be easier to find among the general YouTube search. So 3 simple things you can do to support our charity. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you to all of you. I wonder, what is your opinion about all these conditions that people, as I understand, majority of population is exposed to? Can it be as a precondition to long COVID, developing severe illness after COVID infection?
I absolutely think so. I think, in fact, even severe COVID, when you get exposed to the virus, the people who are getting severe COVID, I suspect if someone were to do the study to compare people who had mild disease or no symptoms compared to those who had severe disease and look at the glyphosate in the urine, I bet you would find a statistically significant correlation. No one has done that study as far as I know, but it should be done. It's sort of low-hanging fruit for a hospital, for example, to just do those. Measure the glyphosate in the urine and look at that, for the people who end up in the hospital versus those who have a mild case. I bet you would find a very strong correlation with glyphosate in the urine. And as I've said elsewhere, I believe glyphosate is also contaminating the air. In fact, I know it is because they've done a study in Brazil where they found glyphosate in the nanoparticles in the air, both in the agricultural fields where they were using it, but also in the city, almost the same high level in the city as was found in the fields. And I suspect that's because of the biofuel industry. I really worry about the idea that glyphosate is getting released into the nanoparticles as a consequence of the biofuel industry, which is taking a lot of biomass that is certainly contaminated with glyphosate and processing it to produce things like biodiesel, bioethanol, bio-home heating oil, biogas. All of those things I think are going to be contaminated with glyphosate. And so glyphosate, breathing it into the lungs, is going to affect the lungs immune system and cause you to have an inability to fight off the virus. I can see how that would be the case. I have a chapter in my book on the immune system, the innate immune system, and the ways in which glyphosate is likely to be suppressing it such that it is unable to clear the virus. And it's quite interesting because it has to do with proteins that have a collagen-like stalk. And there's a number of these proteins that are produced by the innate immune cells. And those proteins are actually able to stick to viruses and home in on them like a vacuum cleaner, sort of grabbing the virus and allowing the immune cell to easily clear it. And they have this collagen-like stalk, which consists of a long sequence of GXY, where every third amino acid is a glycine. It has tremendous susceptibility to glyphosate's mischief. And that's going to cause it to not fold into the proper, beautiful triple helix structure that it normally makes. And it can be predicted that it wouldn't even be released from the cells. The cells in the lungs, lining the lungs, produce this and they release it into the surfactants. And I think that whole process is going to get derailed, and so they won't be able to clear the virus.